I'm JasonRobinhood, and these are the best stocks in the stock market for the month of May 2025. So as you can see, today is Saturday, May 31st, 2025, about 11:09 p.m. And in this series, we go over about 20 to about 25 of the best performing stocks in the stock market for the month of May 2025. We're going to start with about 5 stocks from the Dow Jones. The first stock we're going to start with is ticker symbol DIS, Disney. You can see this was the best performing stock in the Dow Jones for the month of May 2025. Disney was up about 23, almost 24% this month, Disney. And for the year to date, Disney is about even year to date. The next stock is going to be ticker symbol NVDA, NVIDIA. As you can see, for the month of May 2025, NVIDIA was up 19% for the year to date. NVIDIA is actually down 1% year to date. I believe NVIDIA had earnings report this past week, right? So NVIDIA is down for the year to date about 6 months into the year, but for the past month, it was up 20%. So, I mean, the stock could be down, right? Down 20%, but it could also jump 20% in a month. Next stock is ticker symbol MSFT, Microsoft. Microsoft was up, let's see, for the month of, oh, that's not actually that good. That's not that bad. 6%. Maybe I got these numbers wrong, but Microsoft was positive for the month of May 2025. And for the year of 2025, Microsoft is up 8%. Next ticker symbol is going to be BA, Boeing, right? Yep, Boeing. I may have got Microsoft numbers wrong. Yeah, Microsoft is wrong. But Boeing was up 12%. Well, how did I get Microsoft? That's completely insane. But Boeing was up 12% for the past month, May 2025. And for the year, Boeing's up the most, 16% year to date. Boeing's up 16% for so far for the year of 2025. Next is going to be ticker symbol CAT, Caterpillar. Caterpillar was up 9%. Yeah, so I had Caterpillar and Microsoft switched. So Microsoft was up 6%, Caterpillar was up 9%. But I mean, these are blue chip companies, Dow Jones companies. So for a company to be up 9% in a month, or 16% or 24% a month in the Dow Jones is really, really, really great returns. But as you can see, down for ticker symbol CAT is actually down 4% year to date. So how much is that? That was about 5, right? I think there's one more. We could do one more for the Dow Jones. These are the best 5 for the Dow Jones. And Amazon. I also have Amazon on my list, 9%. Amazon and Caterpillar both did 9% this month. That's pretty good. And year to date, Amazon is actually down 7% year to date, right? So those were the best 5 performing stocks in the Dow Jones. The next index we're going to do is the NASDAQ. Ticker symbol APP, AppLovin. I have no idea what this company does, but it's in the NASDAQ, and it was up 40%. Ticker symbol APP for the month of May 2025 in the index of the NASDAQ. This stock was up 40%, the best performing stock in the NASDAQ for the month of May 2025. And year to date, AppLovin is up 18%. The next stock is going to be ticker symbol TTD. Let me see. Is that Trade Desk? Okay, Trade Desk. This is for the index of the NASDAQ. We do about 5 for the Dow Jones. We did 5 for Dow Jones, and now we're doing 5 for the NASDAQ. But NASDAQ, ticker symbol TTD, Trade Desk was up 39%, right, in 1 month. So AppLovin was up like, what, 44%? In 1 month, and Trade Desk, ticker symbol TTD, was up almost 40% year for the month of May 2025. But wow, look at year to date. My God, was this stock down almost 70%? Whoa, my God, this stock was still down almost 40% year to date, right? So I mean, this stock was at like 122 a few months ago. So probably not a stock I would be looking at, right? Next stock is going to be ticker symbol CEG for the NASDAQ index. Third best performing stock in the NASDAQ index for the month of May 2025 was ticker symbol CEG with a return of 29% past month. And year to date, 35%. Best stock in the stock market so far. You can see the check I have over there. So that is added to my first list. So it's a part of my watch list of stock that I probably should throw some money in at some point. Year to date, 35%. What are we up? Year 500% past 5 years. Look at that. This stock averages, well, not averages 100%, but I mean 5 years, 500%. That's a pretty good return for ticker symbol CEG. Next up we're gonna do for the ticker symbol will be MCHP, microchip technology. Okay. This was the fourth best performing stock in the NASDAQ for the month of May, up 28% for the month of May. And for year to date, about even year to date. Ticker symbol MCHP, the fourth best performing in stock in the NASDAQ for the month of May 2025. And the last stock we're going to go with is ticker symbol AVGO, Broadcom. Broadcom was up 22%. Wow, 22% for the month. In 1 month, that's just insane numbers, right? 22% for the month of May 2025, and year to date, Broadcom is only up 2%. You can see a lot of stocks had a lows around the month of April 4th. A lot of stocks sold off down there. You can see there was a lot of bad news in the market around April 4th from a lot of stocks, but that was the low. You can see the stock is up 2% year to date and up 22% the past month. So there was a lot of buying the past month of ticker symbol AVGO, a lot of buying of all these ticker symbols. I mean, AppLovin was up 44%, the best performing stock in the NASDAQ for the month of 2025. And then we're going to do 5 stocks from the S&P 500. First stock is going to be ticker symbol NRG. NRG is an energy company. This was the best performing stock in the S&P 500. This stock was up 36%. Wow, 36% in 1 month, right? Oh, wow. 70%. We're going to have to add this to my first list also, right? I have to add that. That is insane. 70% for an energy company in past year, 83%, 5 years, 300% for an energy company. So as you can see, I did add this company to my watch list. I would like to own a share or two of this company. It's, especially it being up, 40%. How much was it up in the past month? My goodness. In 1 month, right? The last 3 years, last 5 years is up 300%. In the past month, it's up 36%. That's an interesting stock right there, right? Next stock we're going to do for the S&P 500 was the second best performance stock in the S&P 500 was ticker symbol STX. Let me see what this is. I don't know what this is. It says it can't be traded on Robinhood. Oh, that's interesting. So, yeah, I don't even know what is this like a. How did this stock get into my? That was a complete wrong stock. Okay, I don't know how that got on my list, but ticker symbol PODD. Yeah, STX. I have no idea what happened there, but ticker symbol PODD is the second best performance stock in the S&P 500. The past month, you can see, is up 29%. There was a lot of buying this month of, you can see, because there's so many different industries, right? Around May 8th, it just seems like so many different people started just buying stocks. That's interesting, right? But up 29% for the month of May 2025, and year-to-date ticker symbol PODD in the S&P 500 is up 25%, right? The next third best performance stock in the S&P 500 is going to be ticker symbol GEV, GE Vernova. As you can see, I have about $2 into this stock. Stock is $473 per share, so I can only afford $2 at the moment, but reinvesting those dividends, I should own a share of this stock at some point in my life. But for the past month, this stock was up 24%, right? 24% up in the past month for the month of May 2025, and year to date, the stock is up 42%. One of the best performing stocks we've seen, right? As far as year to date, but 24% year to date, 42% year, 167 in 5 years, 311. I mean, this is that's an interesting stock. As you can see, I own $2 worth of that stock, but I will be adding to my position in that stock later on. The next best performing stock in the S&P 500 was ticker symbol ROK, Rockwell Automation. It's so interesting because we started with we started with ticker symbol NRG, which was an energy company, right? And now we have like an automation company, industrial company. But ticker symbol ROK was up 25% for the month of May 2025, and for the year to date, is this only up 9%, year 22%, 5 years 45%. Probably not something I need to add to my watch list there. And the last best performing stock in the S&P 500 is going to be ticker symbol CCL. Right, Carnival Cruise Line, right? Like I said, so interesting. We had an energy company, we had GE Vernova, we had Rockwell Automation, and now we have like a cruise line company, right? All these are the best performing stocks in the S&P for the month of May 2025. Ticker symbol CCL, Carnival Cruise Line, up 25% for the past month of May 2025, as we saw that May 8th, right around that May 8th, May 9th day, a lot of people were buying in the stock market. You can see this past month, and for the year to date, ticker symbol CCL is still down 7%. I mean, I guess it came into the month down about 35%, but if it has another month where it's up 25%, this stock is going to be up a fair amount for the year to date, right? That's pretty interesting. So those were the 5 best performing stocks in the index for the S&P 500. And now we're just going to do some stocks that are just outside of those indexes. We're going to do, the other stocks. So we did see one stock that was outside of the NASDAQ, S&P 500, and the Dow Jones. It's ticker symbol RGC. Look at this chart, because this is actually disgusting, right? It really is. You can see in the past day, which was Friday, the last day of trading, the stock was up another 19%. But for the month, look at this stock. The stock was up 1,200%, right? 1,200%. I don't even know where the stock came from. A complete rocket. Past 3 months, 18,000, but that doesn't even make any sense, right? Does that make any sense, anybody? Year to date, 17,000%. Year to date? February. When was February? 2 months ago, the stock was a penny stock. It was under $5. Look at this number right here, everybody. This stock literally was $5 a share, right? I'm going to let go of this button in February of 2025, which is basically 2-3 months ago. You could say March was basically 2 months ago, right? And it went from, if you own one share, just one share, right? You had $4, you had to own a $5 stock, right? 3 months ago, it was $5. You had one share of this stock. 3 months ago, it was $5. You let it go, it's almost $900 today. that doesn't even make any sense. We were talking about Bitcoin and Nvidia. These numbers are just ridiculous. So I don't even know where this stock came from. We have to keep a watch of it. I'm not going to throw all of my money into this stock because it is $800 a share. We obviously need to find a stock right now that's $3.58, that 2 months from now will be up 18,000%. But I had to highlight this because I don't think I've ever seen a chart like this, right? If I'm gonna be honest, year to date, 17,000%, past month 1,200%. So just an interesting stock to keep on my watch list. And but also another thing I did want to highlight is, which is really interesting, especially with stocks like this, is that it says today's volume. The volume was only 35,000 shares, right? Like, that, and the average volume is 95,000 shares. So, something's going on. Obviously, a stock being up 18,000% year to date, something's going on there. But do keep an eye on stuff like that when it's up, when the trading volume and the trade is completely off by that much. Because if the average trading volume is 100,000, right, and it only did 40,000, that's less than half of the trading volume of one day. So who knows what's going on there in that stock. Just an interesting stock to highlight, because like I said, I've never seen a stock up 18,000%. I don't think ever in the history of all stocks. Right, but that was an interesting stock to keep an eye on. Another stock we want to highlight for the month of May 2025 is ticker symbol AEVA. Let me see this one. You can see the stock was up about 6% on Friday. For the past month, 151% for the past month, right? That's an insane stock. I mean, it started the month at $7 a share. Now it's almost $19. Year to date, up 275%. So this is something I'm going to have to add to, let me see, maybe like a buy today situation, right? I can afford a share of that and see where that goes, right? Buy one share for like $19 to see what happens next month. Why not, right? We'll see. But yeah, 154% for this stock, ticker symbol AEVA, 154%. Next stock I wanted to highlight was another ticker symbol ROMA. Like I said, these stocks are these stocks that are outside of the Dow Jones, the NASDAQ, the S&P 500. When you hear about the stock market, most people are talking about stocks in the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, or the Dow Jones. But there's, stocks in the Russell 2000, and there's a lot of stocks outside of those indexes that don't get talked about. Stocks like this that, most people will never hear about. But, they are a part of the stock market because there's like 7,000 stocks available. But you can see this stock ticker symbol ROMA was up 144%. You can see around May, this stock is actually starting to take off pretty late, May 23rd. So you can see in the past month, up 144%. Probably, it's already added to one of my watch lists already. That's interesting. I could see why. I mean, year to date, it's up almost 300%. I mean, this is a penny stock, right? We just saw a stock go from $4 to like $900, right? Like 2 stocks ago. So, I mean, if I may throw $6 on this stock in a few days, right? You get 2 shares and just be like, okay, let's see where it goes. But, 300% is pretty good for year to date. Next stock we're going to go with is ticker symbol, another AGAE. That's interesting. I own a few shares of this. This is a penny stock, right? This stock was up, let me see, in the past month, 153%. What's going on there? That's interesting. And year to date, 300% year to date in this stock. You can see I own $1.75, so about half a share of this stock right here. Maybe this is one of the stocks that go from $300 to $900, but yeah, I actually own this stock. Okay, that's interesting. Probably just added it to my portfolio recently, but it's up 300% year to date, and it was up 153%. So we'll see what it does in the month of July 2025, but month of May 2025, ticker symbol AGAE was up 153%. Pretty good. You can see I own half of a share of that one there. Okay. Next stock is going to be ticker symbol Dave. No, we're going to do ticker symbol CURI. Oh my God, you got to be kidding me. CURI was up 107%. You can see I own about a fourth of a share, $2.65. But this stock was up 107% for the month of May 2025. And for the year to date, this stock just jumped out of the penny territory was up 341% year to date for the year of 2025. Ticker symbol CURI. As you can see, I own almost half of a share for this stock here. And I think, let me see, we probably have two more stocks here. SEVL. Okay. You can see for the month of May 2025, the stock was up 106%. That's really, really great return, right? All the stocks in the Dow Jones and the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ, none of them were up 100%. The best performing stock was AppLovin at 45% or 44%, and NRG was up like 44%. But some of these stocks, obviously, outside of those indexes, do insane numbers. Probably not, they're not as watched and covered as stocks in the NASDAQ and the S&P and the Dow Jones. But there are other stocks out there. But you can see this stock was up 106% year to date, up 151%, ticker symbol SEZL. And the last stock we're going to go over is ticker symbol TGEN. TGEN, as you can see, it's on my watch list for the month of May 2025. It was up 72%, right? Penny stock, another penny stock, a lot of penny stocks on this list right here, but it was up 72% year to date, up 220% year to date, right? Having a pretty good year for some of these penny stocks in the year of 2025, right? So yeah, a lot of stocks there. Like I said, we went over about 5 stocks for the Dow Jones. The best performing stocks in the Dow Jones. The best performing stocks in the Dow Jones was ticker symbol Disney. That was up the past month 23%. We went over about 5 stocks for the NASDAQ. The best performing stock in the NASDAQ was ticker symbol AAP, AppLovin. I didn't even know I had shares of AppLovin. Okay, that's interesting. But past month, AppLovin for the NASDAQ was the best performing stock, and that was up 40%. The best performing stock in the S&P 500 was ticker symbol NRG, which is NRG Energy, which was up 36% for the S&P 500. And the best performing stock in the overall stock market, if you could call this whatever the hell this was ticker symbol for the month of 2025, but ticker symbol RGC, which we saw was an insane amount of 1,200% and up 17,000% year to date. Insane numbers. But let me know your opinion of these stocks. Do you own any of these stocks? As you can see, I have a few dollars here and there and a few stocks that we mentioned as far as some of the best performing stocks in the stock market for the month of May 2025. I'm Jason Robinhood. Today we went over the 15, actually we think we went over about 20 to about 25 of the best performing stocks for the month of May 2025. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the $1 donation button, and please tune in to the next video on this channel. Thanks a million for watching.